Hello, my YouTube family. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. If you are new, welcome to the channel. My name is Tal. We talk about all things affordable housing on this platform. So if you read the name of this video, you're probably wondering, how did affordable housing change Tal's life? So I will get into that shortly, but I want to also let you know that affordable housing can change your life as well. It can change your life in more ways than you probably ever imagined. So, as you guys know, I wholeheartedly believe in affordable housing. It is an amazing opportunity. And for that reason, this platform is all about talking about the application process for affordable housing to help you navigate. As I know, sometimes it could be really complicated, or the language can be confusing, or you just need some clarity from a real life person, or you just need a sense of community. So this is what the affordable housing waiting room is all about, and I am so grateful that you guys are a part of this community. So affordable housing can change your life in so many ways. You could apply, you could be eligible for a unit, you could live and not be rent burdened, you could be placed in an amazing community. There are a lot of nice developments in really amazing neighborhood that could really just change the quality of life for you and your family. There are buildings where there's doorman, amenities in the building, just a whole lot of different components. So I want you to think about all the different ways that affordable housing can change your life. And truly, if you never looked into it, just please take a moment to Google Housing Connect 2.0. That is a major platform that we talk about as we heavily focus on the affordable housing lottery, the tax credit lotteries, or particularly the lotteries that are on Housing Connect 2.0. We also touch on different form of subsidies such as Section 8 and different voucher subsidy to clarify that information for you as well. However, our primary focus are the low income tax credit units that are posted on Housing Connect 2.0. So please check out the other videos on my channel so you can learn more about that process. And you are probably wondering, well, how did affordable housing change my life? So if you guys are a subscriber, or if you have been a part of the community for a while, you would know that though I am on this platform, though I provide this information, which I hope is valuable to you, some of you know that I never personally lived in affordable housing. And if you're new, you're probably wondering if I did. Or if I do rather. So the answer is no, I do not live in affordable housing. I never lived in affordable housing. If you're familiar with my story, years ago, I had my own share of housing instability after I was displaced after Superstorm Sandy. So I was living in a hotel for 3 months. Long story short, my professor told me about this process and I did apply. However, I was in undergrad, so I was deemed ineligible for being a full-time student. So though that opportunity would have really changed my life, because at that point, which is like 2012, I was paying $1,000 in rent while being a full-time student, full-time employee, a part-time internship, and at one point a part-time job with my full-time job. So that would have really changed my life and just alleviate that rent burden from me so I could focus on my education. Nevertheless, things happen the way they're supposed to. So a few years after, or I believe it was about a year and a half after I was deemed ineligible, as fate would have it, I started working in the industry. And it really was a full circle moment for me, or I thought that was my biggest full circle moment, because the same girl that was, or the same young woman that was deemed ineligible from the process, who was devastated but not discouraged, is now working in the industry. And in that role, I got to help hundreds of families apply and get qualified for these affordable housing opportunity. And ever since I've been working in the industry, it has been so meaningful to me, and I've never felt more purposeful. I get to serve the community. I get to serve the underserved. I get to really be a part of such a amazing opportunity for so many families, because the looks on their faces is just so memorable. To this day, I still remember a lot of the tears of joy and all of that. And I'm so grateful I got to be a part of that. And my love for affordable housing continued. My love for affordable housing grew, and it keeps growing. And I often tell you guys, after I meet someone, the second phase of my conversation is about affordable housing. Did you apply? All of that. Because again, I believe in affordable housing, and I know it could change so many people's life only if they just applied. So just to keep this video short and get to the point, and right now I am being extremely vulnerable, and I'm being vulnerable because I thought about it and I said, do I want to share this on a platform? I am an extremely private person. I'm not a public platform person. So even this that I'm doing this because God placed it on my heart. If years ago you would have told me I would have had a YouTube channel, which by the way, we just accomplished a major milestone of over 250,000 viewers. That is amazing. That is amazing. And that just warms my heart so much. But if you would have told me years ago this would be me, I would say, yeah, no. But I prayed and I asked God to let me be purposeful. And I asked him how I could reach more people at no cost to them. So when God says go, just go. When he says do, just do, or whosoever is a higher power for you. When you pray and you see clear signs, just do it. So here we are today. And again, just to be very transparent, because I said to myself the other day that I really do not celebrate myself publicly or privately as much as I should. And earlier this week, I said to myself, I want you to start celebrating yourself more, because it's okay. It's okay to give yourself the flowers. It's okay to let other people in. It's okay to celebrate certain milestones. So this that I'm about to share, bear with me if my words are not coming out right. This is newness for me. I am not used to talking about me. But I wanted to share this with you because I prayed and I asked if I should. And this is our community, so I want to be extremely, straightforward and keep you guys up to date with what's been going on with me. So earlier this year, I've been in the industry a very long time, and I went through a phase where I was changing employers, and because a lot of different things happened, and I prayed about it. I prayed about it, and I prayed and I asked God to place me in a company where people could see what he sees in me. I prayed for diversity. I prayed for inclusion. And I prayed for a sense of community. And while I had an amazing experience as it relates to the work that I got to do with the applicants and all of my accomplishment, I wanted a better sense of community. So I prayed and I asked God to place me in an environment that I could get that. And God is such a powerful God that he answered my prayers. And a few years ago, I started working with a new company, and it has been one of the most amazing experience in my life to be in this industry and be a part of a team that truly believes in community, be a part of a company that truly believes in community beyond just providing affordable housing, right? Also providing resources. And these are also the reason why I say affordable housing can change your life, because a lot of these developments, it's not only housing that's provided, there's resources like after school program, different program to help you build your credit, or just money management, different elements, social service, right? So I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of a company that believes in community and puts social service in place to help residents in other capacity of their lives. So as you navigate through this process, right, I know sometimes you may have a tough experience, but I want you to know there are good companies out there. There are companies out there that's not fixed on corporate greed, but that believe in community. There's good employees that will really do their due diligence to make sure they do everything they can with your application. And I know sometimes you may have different encounters, and I don't want to downplay that, but I want you to know there are good people that you could come across in this industry that's really doing everything they can to process your applications. So I want you to be of good courage. I want you to know there's a lot of nice developments that you could move into, and they could help you in so many different capacities of your life beyond just housing. So there's a bigger picture to affordable housing that a lot of people don't get to experience. So I'm so grateful that I'm a part of a company that put all these resources in place, right? And in addition to that, diversity matters, especially in this industry where my previous experiences, I did not see much people that look like me. I did not see much female in leadership role, right? So diversity is very important to me, and I'm so grateful I'm a part of a team that there's diversity at all levels, because sometimes there's a different level of empathy that takes place when the decision makers includes a diverse group, right? So I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of that. And not to go on and on, but this year, since I started with this company, I've been promoted twice, and my latest accomplishment was I was actually promoted to director of compliance, which is such a it's beyond that you could ever understand, and beyond that I could explain without getting emotional, because as a Caribbean born person coming to this country and just praying to be purposeful, to now be a part of something that has helped and still help and will continue to help so many people, it's just so amazing. And I am so grateful, and with even more gratitude, to be the youngest director of compliance in the company, to be the first person of color in this specific role. It just means so much to me, because we've been ostracized for so many years. So to be here and just to get to have these levels of accomplishment, I am just so grateful. And I didn't share that with you guys earlier in the year when it happened, but I'm sharing it with you now. As I said, I am trying to break out of the phase where I get comfortable talking about me, and not in a way for this is for motivational purposes, because I want everyone to know that they too can, because literally I prayed for this. And I prayed, as I said, I prayed and I asked God before I started with this company. I said, God, place me in a company where others will see what you see in me, right? And not only privately recognize you, but publicly recognize you for the work that you do. And more than even just the accolades or just the accomplishment, I get to be so purposeful. This year has been one of the most purposeful year of my life. Being out there in the field, advocating on the residents' behalf, having these meetings with the community, I have never felt more engaged, and just being able to talk about what the plan is and then deliver on the plan, it's just beyond that you guys could ever understand. So I'm just so grateful for that. And also another major milestone. So this, a few days ago, I was also named Employee of the Year in recognition for all of my work in the affordable housing industry. Like, you guys, like, you don't know how much that means to me. Employee of the Year. This young woman from the Caribbean that came to this country with big dreams, that have this platform to help people spread awareness about affordable housing. So to be recognized as the Employee of the Year for all the work that I've done in the affordable housing industry, it really means so much. This is my award that I received. It really, really means so much to me. And as I tell you guys all the time, I wholeheartedly believe in affordable housing. I believe in affordable housing, and I pray that you get to the point where you believe in it too. So I don't want you to get discouraged if it didn't work out for you the first time around. I want you to be of good courage. And this is not only as it applies to affordable housing, just in life in general, because as I told you, I was deemed ineligible about 11 years ago. I could have said, you know what, I'm done with this, I don't believe in anything, but God had greater plans for me. So it's so important that we be of good courage and just trust the process, right? So that's all I did. I trust the process and I continued to pray. And I said, God, guide me, because if you suffered me to be bruised, it is only to make me better. So this is really my better. And I am so grateful that I never gave up. I'm so grateful that I continue to believe in affordable housing and how it could change lives, and be out there in the community to help people in every capacity that I can, and now to be reaping the benefits of all of that. It's just an amazing feeling that I'm still processing. Bear with me if I don't know if I sound like I went on and on, but again, I'm learning to give myself flowers. But I felt as though I needed to share that with you guys, and I hoped it helped someone. If it helped one young girl from the Caribbean, if it helped one American, whosoever, it helped one person, if it helped one person of color, or even if you're not of color, if it just helped one person, just believe. My message here is to believe and be of good courage and keep going, because all things will work together for your good. Because throughout my journey, all things weren't good, but I always reminded myself that, God, you said you'll never leave me and you'll never forsake me. And I always remind myself that the promises of God is sure. So all the negative experiences I had, I kept on riding through it for the greater good. And I say, I'm looking at how me being here in the industry is changing lives. So I'm going to focus on that, and I'm going to trust God. And that's what I did. And here I am today, to just be a part of, again, an amazing team, and being director of compliance and being the Employee of the Year.